Hi everyone, it's Caroline. Welcome to the hillside. Welcome to my desk. Thanks for coming along today. I'm working on or in my True Trash Transformation Journal. I have worked in it on my own here and there, and today I thought I would work on this section here with the cardboard, the granola bar box that folds out. I'm going to keep it as a flip out. It's going to be a little bit interactive here. I'm also going to work on this side. So I'm going to do the two at the same time. And I have some scraps of old paper. I have, okay, so these two things here are from a recent Happy Mail that I opened up. And this is from Colleen at Get Art Creations. And then I also have some doilies that were from a prize package that I won from Grace Co Paper Studio, and I'm going to use some of these things. I'm also going to use these. I've already had them, and I printed them off on some scrappy, some paper that didn't go through my printer very well, but I thought I wanted to keep it. It already had some folds in it, and I just distressed it a little bit more. So I think I'm going to use this. It's a possibility. And then some laces and different things that I have. So I'm going to, if you remember when I made the cover, I did some sanding on the cereal box. But for this one, I'm just going to glue on top. I'm not going to sand. And I thought I would use these really beautiful old pages, and I would just cover with this, and I might even use some of this on top. I'm going to, I'm going to play it by ear. This is from the box of photos that had some documents in it also, and so we have some really nice paper here. What I'll do is I will also take, I think I'll take some of the edges and do some distressing. I'm going to leave these flaps down here for now. I want to see if this picture that I have, that would work out nicely right there. So I think I'm going to do this. Oh, I know where this is from. This is not a printable. I just figured it out when I was reading this. This is from the book that my mom and dad had purchased when they went to Europe, and it's Charlottenburg. I took a photocopy of it. That's what it is. Wow. So that's even, but I did use the paper that got all folded and crumpled up. I reprinted it once I knew the printer was working okay. Okay, so I do like that. So let's glue this on. I'm just going to do it. Fold this on itself. Just looks like it's been opened and closed a few times. Now this is a piece of paper, packing paper that I had tea stained, and it is almost the size that I need for this. Be close to this one, the flap. So I'm going to use that. Glue that down first. Okay, and then we'll go over here. Now, I think what I'm going to do there I have this pad that was beautifully made with some different kind of papers here. So that could go there, or it could go, I think it might go here, because then I think it's going to go right there because it has this beautiful back on it. So that means in here I'm going to have to put some, cover it up, some paper. This doesn't fit all the way, but that's okay. It's a gluing frenzy. There's a hole in there from where it was stapled. I believe that's what it was. Bone folder. Where art thou? Right over here. Okay, I just turned my book this way so that I could have the desk and also easier for you to see. I'm going to glue this piece of paper. I'm going to go this way. Yeah, I'm going to go this way. And I'm going to glue this flap down on one corner so that it's a tuck spot. Now this one here, I am going to, let's see, this is going to go down. I have to cover this part. So with that, I think I'll use I have this, I don't know if that's going to be enough though. No, that's not enough there. So I have to think of something a little bit wider, a little bit more. Of course, I do have lots of scraps. Do I have them available? I'm going to use the scrap from this. Okay, so I'm going to glue that on there. But before I do that, just give it a bit of a crease. I don't really want it dark. I want it just highlighted. Just using my coffee archival ink. It's nice to see these scraps of garbage that we've collected being used. Very satisfying. This is going to be a tuck spot. So I'll glue it down there so that I don't lose the, whatever I'm putting in there, the image. Probably going to be a photo of some. Maybe I'll go this way for a change, work on it this way. It's a little bit rough. Okay, I've been fiddling around with the way I want to put the pocket down. I'm just going to go through with you. If I glue this part down here, if you can see this, then it'll only give me, access, and then I'll have this amount sticking out. I won't be able to flip it up. So, and I could go this way and I have a little bit sticking that way. That's okay too. I could do that. Or I can glue the very inside of the seam here. And then that way it makes it tight this like that. And I can just, actually it'll be a real tuck spot, not a pocket. And then it's, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So that's how I came to that conclusion. I just had to fiddle with it. So some glue here. And hopefully that will be enough, and I won't have overdone it. And I was flipping it the other way, and it has this Victorian, Edwardian, I don't know what century it is. And then I have these kids here from the 20s, which they could be relatives. Could be their ancestors. Now, I don't want to disturb this gluing, so I'm going to put a peg here, clothespin there, and one right here. I'll put the picture over to the side. I have some overhang, which I'm going to take care of. I would love to keep this greenery, but it's just too bright. It's too modern. So, and there's a stop sign. I can see it right here in the corner. What I'd like to do is somehow, I'd like to take this back a little bit. Well, I said I wasn't going to sand, but I had to because I don't have any solution at the moment to take the color off a bit. I took the stop sign off, and that's fine. I didn't know I had a piece of sandpaper handy. My little tuck spot here works. Yes, it does. There it is. That's perfect. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. There's a little bit of resistance on it now. I have to play with it a bit. That's fine. So I have that photo in there, and I can put something else, but not right now. I don't know what it'll be. Now here, this can come, this has to be ripped here. Crunch up the corners a little bit. Is that too plain? I'll put something else there. I don't know what it'll be right now. I think I'll put this. Well, I have this piece of lace here, this little offcut from something. I can put that right there. I think that'll be pretty. Okay. I also have my doilies here. I think I'd like to put a doily in here. That'd be nice. And I can put one here. That could hold a letter or something. Yeah, that's what we'll do here. Maybe I can put something else with it. I do have I took this out, my little ephemera holder. And what do I have? Oh, I have labels in here. That's right. Something like that would be fun. Let's take these out and see what there is. Don't know what else I have in here. Oh, that would be fun too. Oh, and I have this. I think I'm going to use this. Maybe not today. I don't know. That would be fun on here. Okay, it's getting very, very thick. Kind of overwhelms, and so I don't know. I'm just auditioning, playing, thinking. Let's put a label on here. Okay, so while I'm thinking of what to do with my layering for this little piece of lace, I'm going to take this scrap. This was a fun coffee dyeing session I had. And I think I'm just going to put that on there. Leave this piece of overhang. I'm going to leave it there. And if it gets worn and torn, that's great. Just add that on there. And you can see that this page was an alignment sheet. Just going to put a little bit of ink on there so it's not so white. Okay. I think I will just continue it over to the other side. This is putting me in a trance. Look at how big, how fluffy. Yes, I think I'm just going to leave that like that. I like it. I think it's... I don't know what I'll do up here. So in here goes this little booklet, this little pad of paper. Can go this way. It could go this way too. That looks nice. I actually like it that way. Yeah, that's going to go there. It's perfect. And then on this side, I have this piece of paper that already has some staining on it. I think this was for me. It is. Little gold dots. I'm going to use this, and then this can be written on. Or, you know, maybe I'll just leave it as a folded piece of paper. I'm not going to add more. This can just be in here. All the writing journaling pages that you need. I'm going to leave the doily in here. Can you see that? Like that. What should I put there? I have this scrapbook paper that would be very complimentary, and I think I might use that somehow. Okay, I have taken out a couple of paper clips. I actually snuck out for a walk. I wanted to take advantage of the beautiful day and get moving, other than cleaning. That's a different kind of movement. So here I'm just using a thread and needle to put this on. There we go. It's very, very raw. And the other thing I did was I took the doily and I put this label on that I've had in my stash for a long time. And I think this is from Shabby Dabby Doodah. I think that's where that's from. And so what I was thinking was I would just put this on and then it can sit in the pocket like that. Just something fun and different. And for this page, my hands are all, I picked up a couple of cans too. Believe it or not, we live in the very, very rural area, but we have people that like to come in on their four-wheelers, and then every once in a while they toss their used cans. So I have this doily over here, and I'd like to do something on this page. I'm going to leave this one blank. I have this writing paper here. I have this is a piece of envelope that I had painted off on or just stamped on, and then I continued to do some stamping. So I think I can use some of these things to put in here too. And that's where I am right now, still working on finishing the inside here. Don't want to make it too thick. I have my pad of paper right there, and I can put a label. I think I'll just leave that. I have this side. I wanted to do something over here. Maybe what I'll do is put some of this on like that, with another little piece of fabric, a little piece of lace maybe. Oh, I have this piece of lace, this little scrap. I could put that on. Just give a little bit of a layer here. Little feminine touch there. It's all feminine. Okay, I am trying to figure out a thinner way to add this page here, a writing spot, without it slipping underneath and making a huge pocket. So I'm going to use the doily, and I'm going to put it in the middle here of the fold, and I'm going to create just a little bit of a pocket tuck here so that the page doesn't fly away. Same on this side, so it has serving two tucks, areas to hold the ephemera. So let's see if that will work. I wanted to use the doily, and I think that's enough for that. Actually, I think what I'll do is I'll put a little bit of glue up at the top. Just run a bead down here, right there. Very delicate. I think that'll work out fine. Okay, so I have this old letter, and treatment hospital. Okay. Okay, wow. But I'm going to use this. I'm going to keep this in here. I might have put this up a little bit too high. No, just like that. the other thing I did was I made this. This is just a piece of paper. I think it's pretty. And I was thinking I could make an envelope or tuck it into itself. And I don't know if it'll be too bulky. So I think I can keep this somewhere else. And I do have some old book pages and dictionary pages here. This is, I think this is part of the Bible. I can put these book pages here. This letter. Yeah, I think I'm going to use another paper clip, and I'm just giving it a little bit of a treatment here with my Sharpie. And we'll see how that goes. I think that'll be fine. And the reason I'm doing that is so I'm going to use this letter, this old letter from 43. That's the date on there. And I'm going to use this piece of paper that I folded into itself with the bit of stamping that I had done. And that's going to be, so I'm just going to put that in here so it acts like a little bit of a holder, a little tuck spot. And then I have this that I just took off the corner of this stamped piece of paper, which is junk. It's actually from Lazy Boy, so I should back that up. Yeah, so I'm going to back this up with, I'm going to back it up with a scrap right here. So we'll just put some glue on there. Good. And then just crunch up the edges. Then that can go up here with the paper clip. And let's close it up and see what happens. Oh yeah. Okay, just when I thought I was finished, I found a button and a little tiny bead. So I put those on there for a little extra embellishment. And it's just tiny and sweet. I'm going to add a little bit, just a little dab of glue here. And I'm also doing something on the inside flap because I can't stop myself. So what I was thinking, I have this stamp, this piece of lace, crocheted, yeah, it's off of a crocheted lace. And I think what I'll do is I'll just make a ratty tatty. I have this too. Little tuck spot, another tuck spot. Let's just put this on haphazardly. It just gives it something a little more decorative. I'm going to put this on the edge. To put some tags. Put one of these tags, two of these tags. this at the bottom. We've just gotten a lot thicker. I did want to use this at the very beginning. There we go. I think that'll be enough. Okay, I'm finished with this part of the flip out, and what I did was I have a couple of labels, big labels. Oh, and I'm also adding this pink one. And then this is a piece of ledger that I did some coffee staining on. I just had this piece left over, so I'm folding it and putting it in here. And then that can be written on, and or you know, whatever. And then so that goes in here. That's fun little peek out. And then I have this cluster. So now we've gotten a little bit thicker. So this is what happened today in the transformation journal, and I just took some old scraps of old papers that I have, and this is a photocopy that I just did some staining and scrunching. Actually saved this piece of paper. It went through my printer and it got all crumpled up. So that's what I did there. Added a little cluster with some scraps of fabric. I found a button and a little tiny bead, so I put that on the button, just made a little embellishment there. Then when you flip it this way, I'm just going to move my book so you can see. I covered the cardboard, and then I just made with the flap, I secured it down. This is all with scraps. And then I just took this postcard, and then I added the doily, and I added on top of the folded doily, I just added this label to make it, just to enhance the photo. And then I just added a little piece of scrap fabric to a paper clip, and then that sits in there. And then over here I added this doily. It's going to get all crumpled up, but that's okay. This other doily, and I just put a seam, or I folded it in the middle, add a little bit of glue just to hold these papers that I've already had. This is just a piece of paper that I just had it hanging around, and it's got some splatters on it, so that's perfect. That can go in here. And then on this side, I have this old piece of a letter, a physician's letter, and it has really beautiful rusted, something was holding it there. And then this is just again with scraps, piece of scrapbook paper that I just folded to make it fold into itself. And I just had this little bit of a stamp on it. And then I was just looking at it, and it came up with the sort of a solution to keep everything together. And I'm just keeping this in here, like a little tuck spot. Then I took this piece of scrap, and it just all scraps, and I just put it on there so we can keep it, just doesn't flop around. That's kind of nice. And then on this side, so this goes up here. On this side, at the last minute, I wanted just to give this a little more personality, so I added these scraps with this scrap piece of doily / lace, and then these little labels, and this piece of ledger, which is brand new. I got this at the dollar store. No, got it at the thrift store. And I coffee stained it, but I only had this piece left, so I just folded it to add into the pocket. And a little bit of pink for some color, which I think is nice. And that goes like that. So then this folds over, and I'm keeping the garden look. I might distress it a little bit more, I don't know yet. And then I'm just putting this pad of paper that was gifted to me in Happy Mail, and I'm putting it this way. And there it is. That's my little interactive part of this transformation journal. I still have this side to do also. So I still have quite a few to do, but it's coming along. I have a tie now, so I can tie it together. There we go. So fun. I appreciate you for coming along today. I hope you had some fun in your journals, or just coloring, doodling, whatever you're happy doing. And maybe got some inspiration today. I appreciate everyone for coming along. Stay adventurous and stay fresh. I can say that now because we are well into spring and it is nice and warm. Thanks everyone for coming along. Bye for now.